I like to leave this message for Grace, Rwanda. Tammy, girl, how you doing? I see you posting a lot of video, taking a walk with Michael Jackson children. They used to see you everywhere. But when you were pregnant, you have a lot of complication.
Blew me away, like, what? Who? Where? How? You know, because I knew he wasn't married. You know what? So,
And you haven't heard about Debbie?
yeah, no, I mean, I knew of her, but I didn't know that they had a relationship.
You know what's strange about this interview? Is the interview is not complete. It's just 1 minute. There are 2 minutes there. But the point is, there's one side in the interview she was saying that if someone give her a cow to take care of, it's the same as children. She's on the medication. She's so fucked up. The video I just saved, where Michael Jackson is saying he was giving this interview, telling he get beat by the police. Suddenly, Michael Jackson saying, "I'm not feeling okay," and then they showing Grace is coming to ask Michael Jackson, "Do you need something?" To say she's in the picture. She's like coming to church him. "I'm not feeling okay. I'm not feeling. Do you need anything?" Where she's sitting, this interview, it's funny that this girl, the one who's doing the interview, doesn't want her face to be seen by the public. She's hiding her face. She's sitting in this mountain, a beautiful garden. It's like in the wood. It's like in the nature, in the zoo somewhere. If you see the forest behind her, this is not in any backyard. This is in a very dead hand in the forest. I have a news flash for you, Michael Jackson, and the system, and Grace. That baby, for you to be a lucky girl, your mother's body that become you, to be the lucky nanny, to be next to Michael Jackson all this time, you just build your body to become Michael Jackson's son. It's not his son. He only polished the skin. Your eyes and Michael Jackson's eyes is not much different. You are from the black people that look like the Indian. So your color and the vitiligo make a perfect son. The last time Latoya, I want to say, the little boy has a mother from another country or something. But in the video I just saved, Michael Jackson, Grace in the closet, it's showing clearly you're standing there, you're pregnant. It's showing where you're standing, facing the mirror, you were pregnant there. And there was only one child next to Michael Jackson with this little boy, and immediately they're showing you having a little baby, and your face look like someone who just have a baby. Every woman in this world who's pregnant, she's only building the flesh from herself. For every time a woman have sex with the opposite guy, she only can get the color from the man to polish her meat. It's a big example by me. My colored children are pink because the guys who polish them, they are pink guys. My first son is brown because his father was a brown man. My kids out of my body can only be pink, but my daughter, which is my body, my two daughters, they are my flesh. That's me, my body, not the soul inside of them. it is my body. And those two body, when they have sex with the Dutch guy, their children they're gonna have is gonna go right away as pink children. So I have two girls, which is my body, going on the pink side. And I have three boys, two colored and one black, one brown, who can go either way. If my older son come to Holland and have sex with a Dutch girl, English or pink, whatever, he's gonna have colored children. Grace Rwanda, who's supposed to be the perfect doll next to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is going with her in a country sitting there like two couples. I have the video on the playlist. And at the same time, they're showing Michael Jackson with this other girl. So Michael Jackson is everywhere. He's dating Grace and he's dating this other girl, and then he's working with Elizabeth Taylor, then he's working with this. He's everywhere. So the point is, there's this black boy who's Michael Jackson, and there's so much different white boy as Michael Jackson, which is supposed to be everywhere. But I was looking for a video which I saved the last time, but I deleted. Michael Jackson many faces. It's showing in the car. Michael Jackson is waving the last pictures that was taken 2009. And in the car, Rihanna is sitting in the back of the car. Rihanna is clearly in the back of the car. The time when they make up the breaking story that Chris, her boyfriend, beat her up. No, they have to make that fake story to pretend her boyfriend beat her up so she get a lot of publicity from the people, because the system was about to use her to promote her whilst Michael Jackson is in hideout using Rihanna to be the next doll on TV. Rihanna was in the car for Michael Jackson. Anybody who see that picture while Michael Jackson is waving, he's sitting in the car, the last pictures, you see Rihanna in the back of the car. Sitting there, clearly she have a black glasses, cut her hair in front. So, Grace,
because I knew he wasn't married, you know what?
listen to the subject.
And it blew me away, like, what?
Something blow her away. Like what? Because I know he wasn't married. You have to listen where the subject is coming from. She has to pretend she hear he was married. She's like, but it's part of the game. She's on a medication.
Blew me away, like, what? Who? Where? How? You know, because I knew he wasn't married, you know what? Blew me away, like, what? Who? Where? How? You know, because I knew he wasn't married, you know what? So,
And you haven't heard about Debbie?
yeah, no, I mean, I knew of her, but I didn't know that they had a relationship. So then he called me and asked me, you know, did they tell you about it? When he called the office, I happened to answer the phone. He said, did they ask you about what I asked? I said, yeah, I said, but I'm going to have to pray about it. And so.
And Debbie was pregnant this one.
Yeah, I was before. Cause
I love that part, you know, when they want to take something up, there's coming this flash showing they take something off, because there's something she said, they don't want you to hear it. And that part is missing out of the conversation.
What? Who? Where? How? You know, because I knew he wasn't married, you know what? So,
And you haven't heard about Debbie?
yeah, no, I mean, I knew of her, but I didn't know that they had a relationship. So then he called me and asked me, you know, did they tell you about it? When he called the office, I happened to answer the phone. He said, did they ask you about what I asked? I said, yeah, I said, but I'm going to have to pray about it. And so.
And that Debbie was pregnant this one.
Yeah, it was before, because it was in January, and Prince was born February 13th.
Wow.
Yeah, and see, I didn't even know that's how quiet they kept it.
Wow.
You see, February 13. I said my son was born February 13. Prince was born February 13.
Wow.
Yeah, and see, I didn't even know that's how quiet they kept it.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And that Debbie was pregnant this one.
Yeah, it was before, because it was in January, and Prince was born February 13th.
Wow.
Yeah, and see, I didn't even know that's how quiet they kept it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is there.
So it was. I was given a short time to prepare.
So then you went. So what, you relocated from the office to his home?
Yeah. Once I realized, my ego got out of the way. It's like, this is what you ask God for. It's like, I truly believe, ask and you shall be given.
Yeah.
You know how they say, be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
It's like, ask and you shall be given. That's what And when I started taking care of the baby, it was unbelievable, because the disease went away. Not the disease, the illness. My platelets were fine. My joints were not achy. Slowly by slowly, my doctor started taking me away, tempering off the medication. I was on heavy-duty prednisone.
If you ask me, I think they put Michael Jackson on a medication, and they put her on a medication, and now they set them up. And suddenly they put her in this place where she cannot talk to people, except fake journalists. She's in a zoo somewhere. Look at the background. She knows too much. So keep her away from the paparazzi. Only show her like she's taking a walk with people and she's on the medication. She cannot talk to the normal people. She look fucked up. Really.
Let's go for April. Your trip is here in June. April, you had this terrible letter, right?
Yeah, get a letter.
That you've been laid off.
Not laid off, terminated.
Terminated. That's like an Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But you can't. I mean, a termination is a horrible thing.
No, it's horrible.
It's very humiliating, but also too for no reason.
And also, it's not from Michael. It's from somebody who's saying, I'm talking.
You know what I think in this world? In fairness, you have to go offline. Tell you the system. All of you, the guys. You all have a woman who fall in love with you and hijack the sperm that is coming from your mother, and then they hijack your surname. And they become your son. And you die, they go on with your back name. Every woman in this world who will in their body to become men and women, every time the soul, which is one dick, the throne of Jesus, that spread so many out there. And the throne is actually a disaster in this world, because this one Bible is being spread all over the world and is controlling the mind of the people when their body was made out of sex, but they believe they have to pray to God and looking to go to heaven when their body always coming from the human being. They're not trying to go back inside of the human being where they come from. They want to go up to heaven. Heaven that have nothing to do with their body that came out of each other. But for as long as all the guys who are out there, which is a woman, become a man, for as long as they can never able to control their dick, every time they have to put a liquid inside a woman to make a duplicate of them, I have to do other things with my life. I have a mission. I know my message. You're welcome to listening, but it doesn't mean you understand what I understand.